Single people and cats. Filling the emotional void. In an era defined by unprecedented social connectivity, yet deepening personal isolation, a quiet revolution is taking place in millions of households around the world. Single people, whether by choice, circumstance, or the complexities of modern life, are increasingly turning to cats as companions, confidants, and emotional anchors. The relationship between the solitary human and the domestic cat is not simply one of pet ownership. It is a profound emotional partnership that challenges our assumptions about loneliness, love, and the nature of connection. As societies grapple with rising rates of singlehood and the mental health challenges that often accompany it, understanding why cats fulfill such a powerful emotional role becomes not just interesting, but essential. The modern epidemic of loneliness has been well documented by researchers and public health officials alike. Studies from institutions such as the American Psychological Association have shown that chronic loneliness poses health risks comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Single individuals, particularly those living alone, are disproportionately affected by these risks. Without the built-in emotional infrastructure of a romantic partner or family unit under the same roof, the single person must construct their own systems of support, meaning, and daily ritual. For many, the cat has become an indispensable cornerstone of that system. Cats occupy a unique psychological niche that dogs, fish, and other common pets simply do not. Unlike dogs, which require structured routines, outdoor exercise, and constant social engagement, cats operate on their own terms. This independence, paradoxically, is precisely what makes them so deeply comforting to single people. The cat does not demand. It offers. It chooses when to approach, when to curl beside you on the couch, when to gaze at you with those slow, deliberate blinks that ethologists have identified as a feline expression of trust and affection. For someone navigating a life without a consistent human partner, this voluntary, unpressured form of companionship can feel extraordinarily validating. There is a neuroscience to this comfort that goes beyond mere sentiment. Research has demonstrated that petting a cat triggers the release of oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, in both human and animal. The rhythmic act of stroking a cat's fur has been shown to lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, producing a state of calm that mirrors the physiological effects of human physical touch. For the single person who may go days without meaningful physical contact with another being, this neurochemical transaction is not trivial. It is, in every measurable sense, therapeutic. Beyond biochemistry, the cat provides something even more fundamental, a sense of being needed. One of the understated psychological burdens of living alone is the creeping feeling that one's existence has no immediate impact on another living being. A cat disrupts this narrative entirely. It waits by the door. It meows at feeding time with urgent insistence. It seeks warmth against your body on cold nights. These small acts of dependency, while modest in scale, reinforce the single person's sense of purpose and place in the world. Psychologists refer to this as caregiving identity, the deeply human need to feel responsible for and connected to another life. The cat also serves as a social object in ways that extend beyond the home. In the age of social media, cat ownership has become a form of community membership. Single people share photos of their cats online, building followings, friendships, and a sense of belonging that bridges physical isolation. The cat becomes a conduit for human connection, a conversation starter, a shared language, and even a professional identity for the growing number of pet influencers who have transformed their four-legged companions into digital presences. In this sense, the cat does not merely fill the void at home, it opens doors to a wider social world. Critics of the single-person and cat narrative often invoke tired stereotypes, the lonely spinster, the eccentric recluse, dismissing cat-human bonds as consolation prizes for failed human relationships. This framing is both reductive and empirically unfounded. Research consistently shows that pet owners, including cat owners, report higher levels of life satisfaction, lower rates of depression, and stronger senses of self-worth than non-owners in comparable social circumstances. The relationship is not a substitute for human love. It is a distinct and legitimate form of love in its own right, with its own grammar, its own rituals, and its own irreplaceable depth. There is also something philosophically instructive about the way a cat engages with solitude. Cats do not appear to suffer from aloneness in the way humans do. They inhabit their own inner lives with apparent contentment, observing the world from windowsills, napping in patches of sunlight, finding richness in stillness. Living with such a creature can gently recalibrate the single person's relationship with their own solitude, transforming it from an absence to be mourned into a space to be inhabited with intention and even pleasure. The cat models, in its quiet way, the art of being alone without being lonely. As the demographics of modern life continue to shift, with more people living alone than at any point in recorded history, the bond between single humans and their cats deserves to be taken seriously as a sociological and psychological phenomenon. It is not a symptom of emotional inadequacy, but rather a testament to human adaptability and the remarkable capacity of an animal companion to meet us precisely where we are. The fat, purring cat settled on a single person's lap on a Tuesday evening is not a symbol of what is missing. It is a portrait of something whole. In the quiet between heartbeats, in the warmth of fur and the rumble of a purr, a particular kind of fullness is found. One that asks for nothing, judges nothing, and offers everything.